So first things first, we have to talk about the fact that we are finally in the home stretch. And I mean, this week, at the time of this video, this week, few days, Final Fantasy VII, the Rebirth. I almost said R, but technically it is R. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is here. So turn off threads, forget X, aka Twitter, because you don't want to be spoiled, because word on the web is more than a few people already got some physicals. Let's get physical. Let's get some physical copies is already out in the wild, y'all. So just as some cautionary tales, be careful out here on these digital streets, because Newz is crazy nowadays, and you don't want this to be a whole Last of Us 2 type of situation, do you? Do you? I know I don't. The rest of the world is also upset. Well, not really upset, but flabbergasted? Confused about the fact that TIFA is, well, she's TIFA? If you guys have been seeing things on the internet, that just told you not to be on the internet, but I already know y'all ain't gonna listen to me. You already own the Twitter box. You're already waiting and anticipating the game. So you're seeing TIFA swimsuit edition. You're seeing my lady out here doing the pushes and the pull-ups and the, let me drink something, and all the rest of the stuff that even it was trending. TIFA is best babe. I mean, well, honestly, haven't we known this since 1997, 27 years ago, going on? Look, it's almost 30 years ago. We've known that TIFA was the best female in Final Fantasy VII. And don't get me wrong, like when I originally played the game before it was spoiled, yeah, somebody told me that Aerith died, that it was spoiled that TIFA was the best heroine. Not only was she the girl next door, the best girl next door, by the way. And look, let's just get the elephant out of the room. Everybody think that I like TIFA, or, you know, the whole consensus about TIFA is the big TIFAs. No. TIFA been rocking with this dude Cloud since day one, since her mama was gone, since day one. They lived in the same damn town for forever. As a matter of fact, to pull back the curtain just a little bit, the whole story of Final Fantasy VII and Cloud's hero's journey was the fact to actually go out and make a name for himself so he can impress who? Not Aerith. Because she was out there doing what Aerith was out there doing, talking to the earth and whispering to animals like she's Pocahontas. No. It was for TIFA. He wanted to be like Sephiroth to prove himself to TIFA. And he did live up to what he was supposed to do, was protect TIFA, even if she didn't know that he was protecting him in the events of the Nibelheim reactor, which I don't have to go over. Y'all already just played the demo. For those of y'all who ain't played the demo, you already played the remake. And for those of y'all who haven't played the remake, you already played the original. So you already know what's going to happen. That's one of the reasons why so many people are upset about Final Fantasy VII, is because they think it's overhyped, because, well, it was so damn good that they just kept on hammering on and over on the story, because again, it's so good. They haven't made another great Final Fantasy after 10, after Hanabaru left, and I don't count FFO, which is Final Fantasy 14, mainly because it's an online game, even though it does have a stellar story, but it's not the tried and true type of Final Fantasies, which bring me back to the Rebirth and the whole TIFA is the best because, well, she is, but the title Rebirth implies what? A genesis, which means what? A rebirth, which is the word saying within the word, but that's reliving, a restart, a renewing of something. So for me being an anime head and an RPG head and just reading and loving and making love to stories for over 30 years now, I really think they're gonna take TIFA away, y'all. If you guys even looked at some of the screens, and I keep telling y'all about not looking on the internet, and I'm looking on the internet, in Japan, it's filled with TIFA wallpaper. And a lot of times, I don't want him to take Tifa. I'm telling you, I don't want him to take Tifa, but I really feel that it's going to be a decision that Cloud is going to eventually have to make that's going to strike some kind of chord with us as the player, the gamer, of who we want to save. Is it going to be Aerith or is it going to be Tifa? Because we all know that Aerith dies. So a lot of people, which I had a homegirl who was playing the game and she had just started, well, it was a few years ago. She knew what was going to happen to Aerith, so she didn't give her no materia, no items, no nothing, didn't even have the woman in her party, which also is kind of sad because it was a disservice. Even though I was spoiled, I still had all my gear and stuff on Aerith right before I was spoiled. I was actually in Gold Saucer when I got spoiled. But anyway, that's enough about my traumatic Final Fantasy VII past. I really feel that it could be Tifa that's taken away because Tifa is the more popular one. Not only does she look better, but she's also the more popular one, and she's been there for Cloud in the whole game, and everything again was done for him. Well, I mean, he did everything for her. I know I'm in a minority here when it comes to this. I don't like having children like that. The graphics were amazing, but it kind of uprooted the entire essence of who Cloud was and his relationship with Tifa was. So you mean to tell me Cloud was living in the house with Tifa for 2 years and they wasn't wrestling? You mean that all the events that Tifa went through the Mako stream to save Cloud, her man, and helped him come back from Mako crack addiction? Do you mean when he was in the damn wheelchair cricking and cracking and tweaking, and she did all that for him and left the rest of the world in peril for him, and then he decides, you know what? I know who I am now. I realize I have an addiction to Mako. Let me get right. They make love underneath the high wind. Well, actually, that was supposed to be in the story, but they wrote it out because they didn't want it to be too mature. Which they did let Ellie and Fei Fong Wong, they let them do the do. So I guess that could kind of make up for it. Squaresoft. But Zack and Aerith were the couple. Tifa and Cloud were the couple. And when Avid Children came into play, they still made Cloud be obsessed over Aerith. And when you look at Avid Children, what did it move forward into the story? So it's also been rumored that the events in Rebirth and in Remake, since we're dealing with dimensions and we're dealing with other type of essences and different kind of probabilities and other story situations, which I keep saying that don't be surprised if they do something out of the box where like they make us make this decision. It kind of took away from what the initial Final Fantasy VII story is. But y'all, I'm excited. I'm wondering what the whole Rebirth is going to be. I have my theories, but let me know in the web, what is your theory? Do you think, I know I've been hammering this for some time now since they announced Rebirth, that we could possibly lose Tifa, that they could make Cloud have to make the ultimate choice, the ultimate decision to sacrifice? What if he had to sacrifice himself? Anyway, y'all, let me know in the comments section below. And if you did like this video and some of the theories I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps out a lot. It lets YouTube know you like the video so they can push it and promote it in front of more people. That's if you choose. And also, if you choose, please think about subscribing. I make geekly content here on the channel basically every day, all the time, and I stream. And as always in the web, remember to eat, geek, sleep, repeat. I'll holler at you on the next one. Deuces.